Welcome back, Flare community. Today we have another exciting installment of Hugo Highlights, where he discusses the way assets can come over to the Flare network in a trustless manner using the state connector system. It's all very exciting. Let's listen to what Hugo has to say.
Ultimately, what Flare is doing is probably a little different to how there have been other approaches to it. What Flare is doing is because it doesn't have a need to deploy its native asset as stake. It uses its native asset, which is called Spark, three-letter code FLR. So I generally refer to it as FLR. It uses that to lock on Flare in a smart contract. So you have a value locked. And that then allows the system to appoint people. The people that have locked that collateral can then receive the underlying asset. Let's say it's XRP. They can receive that underlying asset from someone that wishes to have that underlying asset on Flare. And so when they receive that asset, Flare has a system called the state connector. And we can kind of talk about how that works in a minute. But they receive that underlying asset on the underlying chain, so the person who's put the collateral in. And then the person who is minting what's known as FXRP in this instance receives that on Flare automatically to their account. So there's no point at which the person that's locked the collateral is really engaging with the person who's minting it. It's a completely sort of autonomous process. The network observes the transaction that's made on the underlying network. And so one of the good things about Flare is that it can enable this interoperability without requiring any changes of the protocol at the underlying level. So we don't ask Bitcoin to change. We're not asking XRP to change. We're not asking any of the networks to change anything technically. No network will know we're there unless they're used widely on Flare, and hopefully that gives an additional utility to their token.
And there we have it. One more thing that I would like to emphasize is the fact that Hugo says that the Flare network does not have any outside dependencies. It can exist and it can implement various networks without them even knowing. This is very powerful because other similar alternatives require changes to the underlying network. This essentially means that the Flare network does not require any permission from any network to be able to integrate an asset, which means that the opportunity and the scope of the Flare network is pretty much unlimited. Very exciting indeed. Now I hope you enjoyed this video. I wish everyone a great day as always, and until next time, I'm out.